everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my November update of my Shop My Stash project pan. This is where I go through my collection and select products to work on for about a month, and I have to use them at least 5 times before I roll them back into my collection when I film these update videos. I love this project because it's like a very low pressure, no stress project that keeps me rotating through my collection and pulling and using products that maybe I wouldn't necessarily pull in and use on a regular basis, if not me purposely trying to use them in this project. So I do love it for that because I feel like otherwise I'd probably just be using the same products in my makeup bag for months on end, and this gets me using new and different things and finding love for new and different things and different combinations. So it's definitely a great way to make sure that you're making the most of your makeup collection, and also I find for me it is a great setup for my rolling style project pan because I can get some good use on different products when I roll them into this project, and it sets me up a little bit more when I decide to potentially roll them into a more traditional project pan. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the products that I had in this last month, starting first with my Tarte Hydroflex Serum Foundation. I used this 6 times, but only because after I used it 6 times, I ended up rolling it into my 5-pan rolling style project pan, so I wasn't using it as part of this project anymore. I love this product. I'm wearing it today. I just feel like it gives me a really nice natural finish, which is definitely my preference when it comes to base products. And I feel like we're getting close to finishing up. So I won't talk any more about that because, like I said, it is in my project pan and I don't want to spoil anything for that. Next is my Coty Airspun powder. I've had this one in my collection for a while, but there's so much product in here, it's taken a long time to make progress on it. And I used this one 18 times. I will say, when I was using it today, or maybe it was yesterday, but when I was using it recently, I was like, maybe there's not as much product in here anymore as I once thought. For the longest time, it's felt like the product that will never end. It's like, there's just too much in here to ever finish. But I had this realization that like, I actually think I'm making progress on this powder. So this might be something that I might consider panning at some point. I don't know when that would be. I think I need to have it in this project a significantly longer time than just 1 month, but I kind of got a little like inspiration, a little excited about that. Next, I have a couple of blushes. This first one is Ciate London Marbled Light Blush in the shade Dusk. I used this one also 18 times. I love this blush. I'm wearing it today. I just feel like it gives such a pretty glow to the cheeks. Just pretty and easy to use product. And I'm excited about the 18 uses on here. This is another one that I feel like, due to like the shape of it, it's like a rounded product. I feel like getting close to finishing it seems extremely far away, but I will say that I do think, same as this Coty Airspun powder, I have made progress on it because this dome is not as high as it once was. I also worked on my OG Sculpted Face Stick in the shade Carnelian. I only used this one 5 times because I also rolled in a cream blush into my rolling 5-pan project pan. So I was definitely more focused on using that cream blush, but I did want to get the 5 uses on here. So I'm also wearing this one today to get my last use to be able to roll it back in. This blush I feel like is a little bit harder to work with than some of my Merit cream blushes, but I do think it gives a really pretty glow to the cheeks. Next is my Urban Decay highlight in the shade Sin. I used this one 19 times, and this product is on my list for panning next year. So I'm glad that I got the usage on it and expanded the pan a little bit. I definitely think that there is a ton of product left in here, but I am optimistic about panning it for next year. So it was good to get some usage on this before I potentially roll it into a project next year. So my last 3 products are lip products. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this Merit lipstick in the shade Black Tie. I used this one 5 times and I thought this was actually really pretty. I was able to sheer it out a little bit with my finger, but I was also able to build up the color by just applying it a couple times. So there's definitely a lot of versatility with this lip shade, and I really enjoyed pairing it with this lip gloss, this Carli Bybel Il Makiage lip gloss. I thought the 2 of these worked really beautifully together, and I used this one 8 times. When I didn't wear this with the Merit lipstick, I felt like it was a little bit frosty because of the color of it. It's like purple shimmers, and sometimes in certain light it was a little bit frosty, which isn't my preference. So I definitely more preferred wearing these 2 together. And then I also used my Lipstick Queen lipstick in the shade The Truth 6 times, and this is probably my favorite lipstick in my collection right now, so it was pretty easy to use 6 times. And I really love pairing this with a little bit darker of a lip liner and then kind of putting this more in the center of my lips. I think it looks really, really nice that way. Those are all the products that I'm putting back in my collection, and let's go ahead and pick out some new ones to work on. I'm actually gonna start first with setting spray because I am close to finishing one that's in my project pan right now, and I thought it would be fun to pull one of these in. I think I'm gonna pull in my One Size setting spray. And then I'm gonna select a powder. So I just used these 2 in the last 2 rotations, so I think I'm gonna work on this LYS one because this one from Ciate London is also a loose powder, and since I just worked on a loose powder, I'm gonna switch it up and do a pressed powder. I'm unfortunately not able to roll in I mean, I am able to roll one in, but I'm not going to roll in a bronzer because my Marc Jacobs bronzer, I'm still working away on it in my project pan. As for highlighter, I almost want to keep this one in because I do want to pan it next year. I want to get the additional usage on it, but I'm not. Debating between the Jaclyn Hill one or the Becca, but the Jaclyn Hill palette is just bulky, so I think I'm gonna go with the Becca highlight in Champagne Pop. As for blush, I do wanna pick a powder and a liquid or a cream, even though I'm working on that cream one in my project pan right now, but I'm just really like wanting to pull in this Benetint one for the holiday time, so I think I'm gonna do that. A powder blush. I haven't used this Buxom one in a while, so maybe I'll work on this one as well. Okay, I have no need for any eyeliner in this project because I'm still working on my one that's in my 5-pan rolling style project pan. But what I am in the need for, and what I always roll in this time of year to my Shop My Stash, is my red lip. And I have a couple different options for a red lip, but I want to start first with my Kylie Cosmetics one in the shade Mary Jo. Oh, and I pulled this liner out, but this is the Carli Bybel liner, which I guess that's fine. Maybe I'll leave that and then also pull in the Carli Bybel Il Makiage red lipstick. This is in the shade Venus. So that's fine. This liner could work with both. And I'm gonna be crazy and pull in another red lipstick, which there's no way I'm hitting 5 uses on all 3 of these, but why not? This is like a classic MAC Ruby Woo. So we're gonna do that one as well. And I want a gloss. What am I doing? I don't think setting myself up for success, but I think I'm also gonna pull in this Patrick Ta lip gloss. I think the shade is 2ccs. All right, this is what I'm working with. I feel like it's like looking very red and pink, which I'm loving. So I have my One Size setting spray. I have my LYS face powder, the Buxom blush, Champagne Pop highlight, hoping to expand that pan a little bit. And then I have a bunch of lippies. Oops, well, I guess Benetint is also a blush and a lippy. So I have 3 red lippies. I have this Kylie Cosmetics liquid lip in the shade Mary Jo. I have the Carli Bybel lipstick in the shade Venus, and I have MAC Ruby Woo, and then I have this lip liner from the Carli Bybel Il Makiage collab, and then my Patrick Ta lip gloss. So this is what we're working with in terms of December products. I'm really actually very excited about this lineup. So you'll hear from me come the end of December on the usage on all of these. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you are doing well and staying safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.